Here we are again, and welcome to this very beautiful sunny day vlog. It is here again. What's here? Listen to the birds. Just look at the weather. It's absolutely beautiful. The day started Sunday morning with food preparation outdoors after breakfast. I'm taking a little slower today, and I'm watching the chat service online even as I've been preparing the food. This sitting often comes on a day that I take off or at the weekend where I sit down and I literally prepare food for at least 2 to 3 days. If I'm not cutting onions, garlic, tomatoes to freeze them, I may be preparing vegetables. Maybe I've got kalaloo today and they are not as much, but I will be using them in my fish and matoke one pot dish, which we may call katogo in Uganda. So that's what I'm cooking. I'm also going to cook mung beans, which is the green tiny beans that I grew up eating. My late mom used to cook that. I haven't got okra for it today, and that is the absolute only ingredient that would be missing today. It blends well with okra because it makes it a bit smoother. So because the mung beans has a slightly rough taste. How is everybody? I also have been following very well about the matters in the Belfast Island. Guys, we are, at a time in the UK when the tensions are rising so high in immigration. And each time something like this happens, it always creates some anxiety. You go to work and you kind of sense that the atmosphere has changed a bit. You step out and you sense that the atmosphere has changed a bit. There is absolutely no running away from the fact that as an immigrant to this country, and a legal immigrant even, although I know many of the riots and civil unrest, should I say, is coming from illegal immigration, I think the time is actually coming. And just today, I actually read that the protests have actually come to Maidstone, which is not very far from where we stay. This is the region of Kent, and Maidstone is in Kent. So that's not very far away. Kent County Council, where I stay, are already taken by reform. And many of the riots or rioters or anti-immigration protestants or protests, should I say, are coming from people who are not happy about what is going on. I agree totally that any kind of violence towards anybody, regardless of their skin color, is absolutely wrong. We condemn it. And if you're somebody watching my channel because I've put immigration as a topic, I just want you to know that not all of us immigrants, or not all immigrants, are that way. The majority of us immigrants have come to this country for genuine reasons. I, for one, came to this country as a student, a young person at 15 years old. I finished my A-levels, O-levels. I went to college, I went to university, and I continued staying and working in this country for some time. I've had setbacks, but honestly, I have contributed. I feel like I've contributed, and I feel like I should probably and can do more. I can do more for this country. But we can only do so much and do what we can. Yeah. And a lot of immigrants that come here take on the roles that are not wanted by many, even British people. British people, we have a lot of very qualified personnel, doctors, lawyers, midwives. These are jobs that in the NHS nobody really, not nobody, but even if you look at the role of a midwife, if you look at midwives, um, as a career, you will find that there's such a shortage of midwives, even right now as I speak. But not to say so much about it, but I think that And this is the reason why I'm talking about this, is because I think that as immigrants, we need to look deep within our own countries. We need to look at, first of all, deep within ourselves, and then we need to look at what it is that we can really contribute in our own countries. What is it that can make us actually stay in our own countries and build our own countries instead of running away from our countries constantly? Because I'd like to say to people who are selling everything, giving up everything, and coming to UK, this isn't the time. And I've made videos about this. This is not the time to give up your status in Africa, to drop your career, to sell your house, and to come and say, I'm coming to UK to start again. Guys, things are not as easy anymore. Employment, there's a lot of unemployment. Jobs are a lot harder to get now. There's a crisis. The cost of living is rising by the day. So just let me just leave that there and kind of leave people to think about it as a topic. Do we feel that we are perhaps really becoming a burden to UK more and more, or is there still room for people to come here and actually make a life? How are people really feeling about this? I have here kalaloo, and I've been eating a lot of kalaloo. Well, me and my family have been eating a lot of kalaloo lately, and I tend to buy it almost every week. What you saw on the table there is everything that I took out to prepare. I had onions, I had garlic, I had tomatoes, I had green plantain, I had matoke, which I was cooking with the fish, all in one dish, and I needed all the vegetables, the garlic, tomatoes, and so forth. So I sat down preparing that, and it probably took me over an hour sitting down and preparing. This is an absolutely lovely, beautiful time of year, and I just love to just sit outside and prepare. Sitting outside in the garden really, really grounds me for the day. It grounds me for the week. And sometimes, even if I'm not doing anything else and I'm not uh, preparing my food, I may be doing some writing. I may be perhaps reading my Bible. I may be just sitting out and just taking time out to rest and putting my feet up. So that is a very, very important aspect for me. It helps me with my well-being, my mind, and of course also my gardening as well. Now here I found some. I thought I had finished my dried fish from that I brought from Uganda, but I actually had 3 more, and I was actually absolutely excited to find these in my freezer, all wrapped up well in cling film and put in the freezer. Put them away somewhere safe in the freezer and the bottom of freezer and forget about them. Yep, here they are. And in this family, we absolutely love dried fish. Dried fish is real one of the most traditional foods from my part of the country. We eat dried fish in peanut stew. Peanuts. So some of you that have watched my videos might have seen me doing a peanut stew dish. If you haven't, I will link it and connect it below. If you like it, please make a comment and I can connect it as well. Now, the dried fish is ordinarily ready. It just needs a wash and just gut out the head itself has the gill still in there. So that does need removal and it needs some deboning because this is tilapia and it's actually quite bony. Here we are with everything that I had prepared outdoors. As I said to you earlier, just to go over it, there's my kalaloo, and there is plantain, which I will be making into a fufu. That is mainly for myself and my son, who is actually preparing for his boxing right now. He has another fight coming up, and this is a time when I really have to watch the entire household diet, just a bit more than usual. It has taken me some time to swing my family into eating more vegetables. And honestly, I also have taken up eating a lot more vegetables. If I'm not eating a vegetable every day, I'm having a salad of some sort, whether it's with sweet corn, lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, you name it. If I can add it in there, I add it in there almost every day now. I'm really feeling the benefits of it. Much of my cooking has a lot of vegetables anyway, but the family, I'm trying to push in more vegetables and protein-based pulses. So mung beans is one of the protein-based pulses, and I will be cooking it a little later here.
Okay.
Now, of course, today is also one of those days when you do a lot of washing. Get so excited and wash, 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 and out it all goes. So there we are. That has also been going on the side. Now, the first thing with this dish, of course, as you can see here, is the tomatoes and onions, the garlic. Fry those and saute those a little bit, and add your matoke. Cook them just a little bit, and then the kalalu or spinach. You can also add spinach. You can add green beans. You can add peas. The dish is so versatile and so healthy, packed full of nutrients. There goes my green bananas or matoke, and then later on I'll be adding the fish, the dried fish, and just let it cook with a small amount of water. The spices are very basic: salt, coriander, ginger, and curry powder. That is it. And let it cook for probably 10 to 15 minutes, which is enough, because both of these foods in this dish are very delicate. The matoke is actually very delicate. It cooks very quickly, and so does the fish. So we want to put the fish later on. There goes my water, and so yes, carry on watching me for the rest of the video, and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. How is everybody? I'm Jacqueline, and if you're new here, my name I made a vlog, covers lifestyle, travel, anything in between, any topic that I feel is important, any topic that is interesting and worth talking about, I will talk about it. I'm particularly interested in the topic of immigration, politics mainly, although I don't talk so much of late, but that is how I started. The channel started on mainly parenting, immigration, politics. Of course, now we've gone into cooking, travel, and so forth. Thank you so much. Enjoy. So there we are, and the fish has finally gone in. Just adding a little bit of water there. Try not to add too much water because it could get a bit soggy. I'm also adding my callaloo now, and again, like I said earlier, there are other vegetables that you could add, mainly spinach, even shredded cabbage, by the way, shredded kale, or even cabbage. They are all vegetables that could go in this one pot dish. So there you are, an extremely versatile and easy to cook dish that we always go back to. Very nutritious and light on calories. Light on calories because bananas are just mainly potassium and other vitamin C, I guess, and lots of other nutrients in here. You've got the tomatoes, which are full of vitamin C. The onions are in there, and so this is an extremely nutritious dish for anybody recovering. In fact, from any type of illness, this is a great dish. It's light as well. This is what I like about it. And you don't always have to feel like you have to eat something heavy. You eat a little bit of this and you find that you are already so you're full, you're fine. So I love this because it also takes a short time to cook. So having said that, that's my turmeric powder. Again, turmeric powder is a very powerful spice. It's very full of nutrients that's actually proven to be very good for the brain as well. So yeah, I do use turmeric powder quite a lot, ginger of course, and lots of other spices that some of you have seen here that I actually use. Now over here, I've started the base for the mung beans. So that is it. It's onions, garlic, tomatoes. Usually it's also okra. I don't have okra today, so I'm going to skip that. But okra is a very important dish for these mung beans, and I always use it as my mother showed me. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.